Are you an idiot? Whether the answer is yes or no, you can succeed on YouTube easily, because there's a big fat lie, and that is that you need a professional studio, you need a very expensive editor, thousands of dollars per month, you need to post every single day or multiple times per week, and you need to be super entertaining in front of the camera like me. You know, I'm dancing around and I'm obviously super entertaining, but that is not true, luckily, because the actual truth is your superpower is not to be entertaining. And listen, we have a good bunch of customers, and I would say 30% of them tell us, oh, you know, I think we need these like crazy animations. I saw this thing in this one video. And I'm like, yeah, you watched a video that is primary either entertainment, or this person is the top of the top of the top of the 0.1% of YouTubers. So yes, they do some crazy entertainment stuff. But for 99% of the business owners out there, you don't need that, because your superpower is that you actually know stuff. And if you just explain that, even if you just do a simple screen share, like look at this freaking video. It's a screen share, right? I'm sharing a Google Doc. This is enough to print money with YouTube. Because, for example, look at Stephen Lee. He is doing nothing else for a very long time. And for him, the videos print. Most of the clients of his tax advisory firm, they come from YouTube. So this is actually what a channel looks like that makes money with YouTube. And we have guys like Charlie Morgan, right? He started his channel, Charlie Morgan Business. Same thing. It's very lazy content. Them sitting in front of the camera, just yapping, sometimes going out. I mean, here the lighting on his face is a catastrophe, supposedly. I mean, but it still works, right? It got him views. And you bet that these 4.4 thousand views, 3,000 views, 2.6 thousand views, those were views from people that actually want to buy his stuff. And that's why he keeps doing this. So the only three things that actually matter, if you want to approach a YouTube channel the 80-20 way, and you're like, I'm a business owner, I do hundreds of thousands of monthly revenue, I literally can't be bothered putting so much time into social media, into YouTube. Look, there's a couple of things. These three things are important. The first thing is the idea. Why should anyone even click this video? And it is by far the most important thing, because your topic, title, and thumbnail, your TTT, your packaging, they determine the success of your video. You can have a mediocre script, average editing, and the charisma of a cardboard box. You will still get a lot of views if your topic and your title and your thumbnail are bangers. That's the truth. Look at this channel, for example, from Mark. Mark is a great guy. His, topic, title, thumbnail supposedly is super simple, right? It's just like some freaking text on a thumbnail, his face always looking the same, but it's recognizable, and it through a couple of very important rules, which is the rule of 3, right? You have maximum 3 objects in the thumbnail. And in his case, he even just has 2. He has his face and text. And the text is not too many words. You could argue that, maybe here it's a little bit too many words. Claps don't mean cash on LinkedIn. That's 6 words. Usually we would try to keep it to 3, 4, 5. But still, it works and it's recognizable. And that means, if you think, okay, like I need to get title, I need to get the idea right, and that will, again, take me like hours and hours and days. No, look at this guy, right? He's like making it work with thumbnails that look like they've been created in Paint. So titles that usually make people scroll past is, here are 5 tips for how to do this. My thoughts on this and that. Yeah, sorry, nobody asked you, right? And who are you even? Like, people don't know your face most probably. How to do this and that. Well, we have ChatGPT, Gemini, and so on. We don't know that stuff, right? We don't need that stuff. So titles that actually make people click is if you address a real fear or a pain point that's out there that has not been addressed enough. You promise a clear solution, and you make people feel like, wow, this video is actually for me. Like in the case of Jake Claver, also our client. Like, So many clients, amazing, wonderful clients. Jake, you'll never be able to buy crypto again. Boom. Okay. I'm like, I hold crypto. I was thinking about maybe buying some more in the future. Why can I never buy a crypto again? Right? Tell me. Then he's holding this Ripple coin, which is because he's addressing Ripple owners mostly, and he is actually talking to ultra high net worth individuals and family offices. So he has a very narrow niche, but he's generating 250k views with this. So if you want to approach this the 80-20 way, you don't want to, like spend too much time, you don't want to hire crazy experts like us, then you just go with this lazy genius hack. You find a cousin niche. So if you do cold email, for example, then you can look at the LinkedIn outreach niche. You find channels that are doing good there, and you adapt the ideas of these channels to your niche. Look at this. I made 300 YouTube videos and learned this, and then this guy adapted it to, I sent 10 million cold emails and learned this, right? Now, the thumbnail is a little bit different, to be honest, but what he actually did is he took this thumbnail is inspired by someone else. I think it's inspired by Alex Hormozy. So he actually took a thumbnail inspiration from person A. He took a title inspiration from person B. Both very successful videos. Combined it in his cousin niche, and it actually seems to be working quite well. Next up, the hook. You have 30 seconds before people bounce. So the number one reason why channels die is in the first 30 or 60 seconds. People just don't care. So what most people do, especially older clients that we work with, they still have this attitude, you need to properly introduce yourself. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kevin Warner. Nobody cares, okay? So what we do is we use this 3-part intro formula in, I would say, 50% of the cases, and then the other 50% is just crazy black magic, literally black hat magic. So it depends on a case-by-case basis, but if you're asking me for, Kevin, what's the one formula that I can apply? Yeah, just take this 3-part intro formula and you should be Gucci. The hook, first 10 seconds, is something that makes them go, wait, what? It's shocking, it's counterintuitive, or it calls out one of their problems that they have. Secondly, the why should I listen to you? Okay, so you need to hit them with a little bit of credibility, because chances are they don't know your face. We always assume, people will trust us, they think I'm amazing, but the reality is, no, people don't know you. Like, why should they trust you? They have never seen your face. So that's a quick credibility hit, and then the promise, right? Then I tell them, okay, by the end of this video, you will have this or that. You will learn exactly this thing, so it's worth your time. Because usually the people you're addressing are people that have money, right? These are the ones that we want to pull into our service. So chances are they don't have that much time. Here is an example of an awesome hook, and we can take a look at it.
We had to turn $1,000 into $45,000. Through, and over the last 90 days, we spent just under 10 million emails from acquisition.com, and we generate tens of millions of dollars across our portfolio using email itself. And in this video, I'm going to break down emails that I've sent, and I'll give you the 10 tactics that have worked very well for us so far. First things first, here's why I think you should do it.
Literally amazing, and this is also something that you can do with your videos easily. Just take some pieces of paper, make it a little bit interactive, right? Like have something in your hand, like it's like some hair gel, or like even if it's just a freaking pen, right? Like just have something in your hands, play with it, show it. That works very well. And next, the CTA, right? We all want to make money, so basically you need to sell whatever you're trying to sell, but you should do it in a non-cringe way. So what most business owners do, they're like, if you want to work with me, here's my email or here's my landing page, click it and please buy something, right? But the Goldilocks approach is you place a small CTA very early. So you like, by the way, this thing that we're talking about today, you can read more about it here in this free guide that I created for you. Now let's go on with the video. So you just like super short, one sentence, then you make it feel helpful, not salesy. So you literally say, hey, I made a free guide, right? Or I'm going to offer a free consultation, or I compiled this list of links and resources for you guys. Check it out. Easy, natural, and not too salesy. And then you pull people to private channels. So from YouTube, you pull them to your email list, and you try to sell to them one-on-one. Because you're never going to convert. I mean, it's harder to convert someone directly from YouTube if it is a high ticket offer. If it's a low ticket offer, yeah, it kind of works quite well. But high tickets, not so much. So it's better to sell via email, for example. And our also client, Nomad Capitalist, does that extremely well. You know, they create a 360-degree plan. They have a lot of resources. And under each of their videos, they link very CTAs that pull people from the videos to their website, to their emails, and then they become clients. So again, you're not selling in the video, you're pulling qualified people into your world where then they can build an even deeper relationship with you before you ask them for money. So it's like dating, but for business. Now, if you say, I have no time or money, then here's what you actually just need. It's very simple. You need an iPhone or any phone that's made after 2018. You need a microphone that's like $50 or $200. It doesn't need to be crazy. And you need an LED light in your brand color if you want to make it super sick. You know, I have this light. Wow. You know, like we also have we have actually 2 big studios. I prefer just like recording here in my living room. Why not? You know, it's so much more comfortable. And that's literally it. You don't need that studio. I even have a studio. I don't go there because I know I don't need it for these kind of videos. And for the actual video, you just screen record a Google Doc or a Miro board or Notion or whatever. You talk through your expertise like you're explaining it to a friend. You show PDFs or documents from your actual work. So basically, same thing as I did throughout this whole video. Now here's the plot twist. You can actually cheat code your way to this thing with AI. So the whole script writing process can be 90% automated. You can put your AI, you can feed AI your topic and your expertise. You can generate a first draft script. You can then manually polish the intro and you can record in one take. I would, at this point right now, I would say Gemini 3 is best for ideation and I would say Claude is still best for scripting, but you need to experiment with those a little bit. And we have our own crazy, complicated processes there internally where we combine multiple LLMs and we try to get the best results for our clients. And then always a human optimizes it. We have not succeeded in putting out like a script and it's perfect in the first take. No, you always need to go through it manually. So in the end, it is about having a great idea, having a great intro, strong hook, and a great CTA that makes you money. And if this saved you from making YouTube harder than it needs to be, subscribe because we'll drop more things like this. Drop your questions in the comments below. We'll always reply. And you will get a free strategy call in the bio if you care, if you're like, okay, YouTube is nice, but all of this still sounds way too complicated for me, then hit us up. We'll jump on a call and we'll tell you how to pursue your strategy, how to build a YouTube channel fully done for you so that you literally just need to invest 2 or 3 hours per month. We do all the work. You have a great YouTube channel that brings you clients on autopilot.